So the Vikings are always amazing with the Friday news dumps, as it were, releasing former Pro Bowler and longtime Vikings great Linval Joseph, as well as Xavier Rhodes, who, I mean, the Xavier Rhodes kind of expected. It does free up $8.1 million in cap space, but the fact that he's played sucking on hind teat for the past 2 years is inevitable, right? As well as Linval Joseph, even though love Linval, I think he's still up there as one of the best Vikings free agent signings in team history. The fact that they're able to save almost $10 million in cap space by moving on, potentially bringing him back at a lower number, which we hypothesized a week ago, 2 weeks ago, could be the case. I think it's really smart. So now the Vikings, that coupled with David Morgan being cut, which frees up $750,000. Now I understand $750,000, even though Washington has like $70 million in cap space. It makes a difference, especially with the Vikings in a precarious 2020 cap situation, especially because #cap is a myth. Yeah, exactly. So the Vikings just boom, a few strokes of a pen, or actually no, probably clicks of a keyboard, now have $18 to $19 million in cap space. So now the question is, what are they going to do with it? So now, given that it's the Vikings, it's probably just going to be some straight up, hey, we re-signed Trey Waynes to $9 million a year for 4 years. Huzzah. Or it could be used to re-sign Linval to a lower number, which would be fine. Or going after bring Everson Griffin back, which would also be great, because if you think about it, it would be a spot where you could lose Everson and Linval. So you're losing two defensive team captains and leaders in the locker room. Probably not great, but I say since 2020 is all in anyway, let's get nuts. Let's get full on nuts. And everyone and their mom says Kirk Cousins needs an O-line. It's all about O-line. Kirk Cousins can't perform unless he has an O-line. Go get Joe Thuney. I mean, seriously, he's going to hit open free agency. Go get the best guard in free agency. Spend the money. Don't care. Give him $11, $12 million a year, whatever the market's going to bear out. Plop him in at left guard, and let's go. That's a solid offensive line heading into the draft. Reef, Thuney, Bradbury, Klein, Brian O'Neill. That's a damn solid starting five, as well as you got Drew Samia and Oli Udoh waiting in the wings. And then whatever happens in the draft happens. If you're able to come down with one of the top 5 tackles, great. If you're able to get some interior offensive line help, awesome. But also, it's not pressing needs. It's not a guy that you have to pick up as a rookie that has to start day one. Otherwise, it's going to be defunct. And, you know, if signing Thuney precludes you from bringing back Everson, which kind of suck, but also if you can't bring back Weatherly or Linval or Waynes or Xavier at a lower rate, which you would never do anyways, or Anthony Harris, even though that ship has sailed, or Mackenzie Alexander, I say screw it. I say whatever. Just go do it. And then you can use the draft picks. You can use that extra third-round compensatory pick at various other needs, at cornerback, at defense, at safety anyways, because Zimmer always gets his toys for the most part, right? So just completely solve the offensive line. And, you know, of course, signing Joe Thuney to a big free agent contract doesn't exactly solve things, but is a damn good step in the right direction. And like we said, that starting five looks damn good on paper. And going into week one, I feel pretty confident with that. So you'll be able to run the ball. It's going to be a run first team. Kirk Cousins operating has a little bit more time. And then there are no excuses left. If Diggs is happy, if Thielen is happy, and then everyone's good to go, Cousins has the weapons. He has a great running game. He has a great offensive line. I mean, sure, now the defense is sort of patchwork and whatever, and also lost a lot of leadership, but here's what it is. Like, once you signed Kirk Cousins to that massive contract 2 years ago, you were all in on it. And let's just make 2020 what it is, because I would hate to see the Vikings taking half steps, half measures, being half pregnant this offseason, and just be like, all right, so we cut Linval, we cut Xavier, we cleared up all that cap space, and then we just retained one of our own guys and just did absolutely nothing with it, and then also played it safe in the draft. No, I don't want to see that. I want them to be aggressive. I want them to get Thuney or whoever the best offensive lineman they see fit, whether it's Peters, kick Reef into guard, whether it's Whitworth, kick Reef into guard, whatever. Don't care. Do something. Or get Brandon Scherf if he's not tagged. He might be tagged. But anyways. All right, your thoughts. What are the Vikings going to do with all that sweet, sweet cap space? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Below some of the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. Up to next time. Skull, production value.